Here I am at the stamps house, and it's almost like you live in a postage stamp here. How many square feet is this home?
About 956 square feet.
956, and it's corrugated steel on the outside.
It is.
But it's how are the walls insulated? You said that the envelope is of the house is one of its key features.
Yeah, it's got a continuous insulation layer just on the outside of the studs, and the total R value of the walls is an R38.
R38, and the ceiling?
The ceiling is a structural insulated panel, a SIP panel. And
Yeah.
It's an R55.
R55.
It's got a standing seam metal roof.
Okay, great. And the total square footage is 956 square feet. And you downsized.
We certainly did. We raised our children in Applewood in a 3,200 square foot home.
3,200.
So we downsized by more than 2/3.
Oh, that's great.
And we went from a sprinkler system where we were in the summer using about 30,000 to 40,000 gallons of water to about 2,000 gallons of water a month here with a fully native seeded yard, no sprinkler system.
Yep, no sprinkler system because you've just planted native grasses around here, and it's just natural, very natural. How big is the lot, by the way?
It's about
0.6.
about 0.6 of an acre.
Oh, so over half an acre, but it's mostly hillside.
Yes.
Mostly
Yeah.
hillside, yeah.
And the hillside contributes to the solar features of the house, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's actually built into the hillside.
Mm-hmm.
We had to carve out a pad, in fact, for the house. And it really helps keep the house quite cool.
So part of your backsplash is concrete.
Yes.
And there you see the concrete walls around your desk,
Yeah.
the foundation walls. And the foundation walls are insulated with polystyrene as well, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
4 inch thick. Yeah.
4 inches thick. And underneath the slab becomes a thermal mass. The whole house, you said, is like a thermal mass. But in the wintertime, you're facing southwest in this direction and southeast in this direction. Would that be a good way of describing it? And so you are accumulating heat with this whole house thermal mass. And so you have no furnace in this house, correct?
That is correct.
What you have are these what are they called? What brand?
Valence heaters.
Valence heaters?
Electric resistance valence heaters, yeah.
Oh, they're resistance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you have 2 here and 1 in the bedroom. And that
Yeah.
is your only source of heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's a radiant source of heat.
Radiant source, yeah.
So they heat up to a very high temperature, and then they basically heat the things that they see.
Yeah. I see. So very interesting. And you're an all-electric house, right? You have
This is, yeah.
you have no gas service whatsoever.
Correct.
And the house is very tight, so you have an ERV, an energy recovery ventilator.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's got a
Keeps your air quality good as well as bringing in fresh air because the house is so tight.
right, and it's got a heat recovery wheel that exchanges the heat
Yeah.
between the exhaust airstream and
Right. And you don't have any air conditioning in this house.
That is correct.
It's so well insulated that even though the hillside gets very hot from the facing southwest, that none of that heat comes through these very well insulated walls.
That's right. And I work at home, and so it's been very hot and very smoky with the fires.
Oh yeah.
And with the heat exchanger or the air exchanger, it's been very comfortable and cool enough. It probably doesn't exceed 78 inside the house.
Yeah. Okay. Well, did I miss any feature? Oh yes, you have a heat pump water heater as well. Here's the heat pump water heater. It does have resistance heating for. How often do you use that?
We'll use that in the wintertime when the electric resistance heat is activated. Typically, the electric heating won't turn on until probably mid-November or late November.
Yeah. And what's your average electric bill? Well, you're generating more electricity than you use, right?
Right. Our average electric bill is $5 some 65 cents or so.
Just
And-
to be
and
connected
that's-
to the grid.
Exactly.
And
just
how
to be
big is the
connected.
check you get each month from Excel Energy for your surplus energy you're creating?
The last check we got was for $15.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a net positive, not just
little
net
bit.
zero. And this is a Bosch condensing dryer, which does not exhaust the heat outside the house, but inside the house when you need it in the winter. So, and look at all this nice thermal mass. But beautiful home. There's, you can see up there the wall heater up there. What do they call those wall heaters?
it's a valence.
Valence type heating.
Heater, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a nice mountain view too. Yeah. Well, great house. Congratulations on your downsizing to a net positive energy home.
Thank you.
You love it here,
It's
I bet.
been an adventure.
We love it. We
Yeah.
would not go back to
Yeah.
a larger house. You really care more when you have a smaller place.
And you drive an electric car too, don't you?
Our daughter does. She has a,
Oh.
A Tesla.
Tesla.
Oh, okay.
We do not yet.
So you're not charging. Maybe when you start charging, you won't get those $15 checks.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought about a backup battery for the house, which you could then use as a charger, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, right. Okay. And you do have a one-car garage out there. It's a separate structure that's also built into the hillside, and which stays not too cold in the winter and not too hot in the summer, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it never freezes in the wintertime and doesn't get too hot in the summertime.
Yeah. And
And it's constructed of some reclaimed materials.
yeah, and from a passive solar standpoint, you told me that these canopies, or what do you call them? Sails
Yeah.
are help to shield the sun, which is coming from behind me in the summertime, and then you take them down in the winter so that
Correct.
you get the full value of the heat coming through your windows and heating up your thermal mass.
Right.
And and of course, with that kind of wall on the house, the whole house, as you said, is a thermal mass. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure showing your house to people.
It's our pleasure.
Before I leave, though, I just want to show you a full view of this small house. And it is on a hillside, a steep hillside with a gravel driveway. So you didn't create too many emissions with a concrete driveway, did you? Yeah. Okay, well, thanks a lot.